Hey guys, Sid's here. Welcome to yet another interview. I'm with me today. I have Karthik Naidu. Karthik is an amazing person. He's been in the education space for many, many years. In fact, he started his own preschools, went into a huge loss. For 3 years, he was struggling in losses. Then he came into the system, started to implement the things from the scratch. And in the last 24 days, he was able to achieve over 7 lakh rupees. So, Karthik, congratulations on that achievement.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sid. First of all, this is like the first time probably I'm having an interaction with you in person, and
Yeah.
I'm truly honored for that. And thank you so much for everything. First, I want to thank because gratitude is the foundation.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube, just type in the comment box. Type congrats in the comment box. If you're watching this on Facebook, type congrats in the comment box. Because in this interview, I want to bring out the elements from Karthik on how he was able to scale so fast in such a short span of time. And the interesting thing is, he did not plan to come and do it for the kind of business model that I normally talk about. He was able to implement some of my principles to other kinds of business models, the high ticket business models. So that's what we're going to go into. So Karthik, just give a little bit of a backstory. I know you got into my coaching system somewhere in the month of October 2019, but tell us a little bit before that. Like, what was your situation like?
Since as you just mentioned that I took up a franchise of other preschool brand and I went into huge loss. See, somewhere that's the story probably which drives us to do bigger things, as you always say. There should be something, some reason for us to go ahead and grind and learn that new things. So when I went into loss, I did not want to blame that particular brand or preschool anyone. So I took the responsibility of that failure. Okay, so I thought that something is wrong. Probably, maybe I'm not implementing the system properly, or am I lacking somewhere? So I took that in a different way. I started working. Then after 3 years, I decided, okay, franchise is not for me. Probably I want to find something that is going to help more people across the country. Whoever is going to find it difficult to start, maybe I should give them so much support that they should not be left out like how I felt when I started off. I did not have any support from the main franchisor, as no, I've not spoken one single time. So no one single meeting. I took it 3 years, I ran it. So after going through that, I started my own school that is called White Petal School. So I'm a law graduate. Okay.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So I finished my law in University Law College. After that, I got into education space because basically I'm very, very interested in education, because I thought maybe having some ideas we can implement in the grassroots level. So if we can get in some new kind of teaching, if we can get in some kind of new activities and all, we can actually change the grassroots. That's these
Yes.
young little children. So once it's happening, next I can get into the primary, higher, and then the postgraduate and the millennials. So this is the plan about, that's the vision what I have. So I've started off from preschool. Right now I'm running up to primary. That's about
Okay.
fifth standard. And after that, so the main part I'm going to get right now into how Internet Lifestyle Hub and Siddharth helped me is this part. Okay, so once I was running good at one branch, the thing is about expansion.
Yeah.
Okay, so we cannot sit in one corner. The world is growing so fast. So when I wanted to grow, I wanted to take this as a franchise model and give it to more people who can join and run the same system.
Yes.
Okay, just
Okay.
like the educational product, this is a product which is going to run in particular locality. So when I was
Got it.
looking at a lot of options, I had a touch with biggest of biggest names. That's like big companies who were into franchising. I'm sure a lot of people understand which company. Okay, so next was the people who were consultants who came in and said that, okay, I'm going to get you franchisees, give me 30%, 40% of the commission in it. So I had meeting with such people. Then I felt pointless because giving them 30, 40% and what is going to be left over, and
Yeah.
we will not have that kind of a thing to go ahead. Then I got into a very, very critical part. On July 2019, I decided, okay, I'm going to expand. I posted one on my Facebook and my Instagram. I still have that post in
Okay.
my thing. One, looking for digital marketers, do DM me if anyone, any references. Okay, that's the time actually which changed my life, because
Okay.
I got in touch with about 10 digital marketers. Okay, 10 to 12 people in person. There were
Okay.
about 30, 40 calls I got in 10 people, had a meeting with them. One thing I want to tell you is that digital marketing is definitely the future and other things, but wherever there is a big thing, there is a scam. Okay, so if any digital marketers, don't get offended, because you might be doing a great job, but there are people who are looking for that small money. Okay, so I probably got into touch with these kind of people who were looking to take about 30-40,000 from me every single month. So nobody told me that how they're going to help and solve my problem. All they said is, give me that 30,000 rupees per month. I will do the posting. I'll do 8 posting and do this, do that, do this, do that. Nobody told me that what is my vision and how they want to be a part of my dream. So somewhere I did not find the connect with them. One person from Mumbai, I almost finalized with him, and he was very nice. He came down 2-3 times to meet me in my office. After that, I decided, okay, we'll go ahead. I told him I have a budget of 3 lakh rupees. And he's like, yeah, we can do that. I'll generate about 800 leads for you. I said, okay, that's good enough. If I get in 800, maybe I can try to close in at least some 20 franchises across. So I told him, okay, we'll go ahead. Then he was very, very good. Okay. And then a situation came where he said that, okay, we'll start off the campaign, transfer some money to me. Okay. Initially, he told me, don't pay me anything. Just give me a credit card credentials. We'll run the ad. Once you're getting it, then you can get into. So this is the turning point of that. So I said, okay. And he asked me to transfer 1 lakh rupees to his account. Okay. So since I had already gone through something like this before, I was very cautious this time, because for me, it's not more than money. It's about getting fooled. Okay. I probably don't like, because a lot of people get experience this. Okay. They already spend and they feel like, okay, I've got cheated. Okay. So that feeling I didn't want to have. So I said that I can't pay you 1 lakh rupees right now. You start running it through my credit card. Then all of a sudden he's changed. Okay. Because I had read in one of the Donald Trump's book. Okay. You will know the character of a person when after doing business with him or by not doing business with him.
Yes.
So this was the second situation which I saw. So I saw the real face of that person. He told me that you people are like this. You're such a small amount. That is, I deal in crores, and all those things came up. I said, okay, thank you for that. I'm not doing business with him. So the whole digital marketing, I lost my hope in that. Okay. And you know that once you lose hope in something, it's very difficult to get it back. I said, okay, all are like this. Everyone wants money. What do I do? I was like really worried and I was sitting. Okay.
And this time you still had only one location.
Yeah, one location.
One
that's
location.
Right. I was running only in Yelahanka at that moment.
Okay.
And then I was like, I gave up hope on digital marketing. So I was like, why don't I do something? And I actually kept quiet. I thought maybe I'll drop the idea for next 1 year. And that's when I saw your mail. Okay. So this was the moment, like how you say that even the person is hungry and there's the buffet in front of him. Okay. So I thought, okay, fine. And I had seen you before. It's not the first time I've got your mail. In 2016, if you remember, you did a seminar in Bangalore where you spoke about the tribes. I still remember the Sai Baba story.
Yes. I did a launchpad event. I remember.
That's right. So I was actually kind of connected from then. So after that, in 2019, I thought, okay, I'll attend your webinar. Okay. So I attended the webinar. Frankly, I did not have any plan, not even 1% plan to get into the system. I thought, okay, anyway, let me see. It was a 9 o'clock webinar, I think so. So I got in, I was watching it. I could pick up so much of value, Sids, in your webinar, that in that particular 1.5 hour, I almost felt that, my God, if I can learn so much in such a short time, okay, then why should I not get into it? And it was not expensive for me, at least for the business model and other things.
Correct,
I felt the pricing is so less for anyone to afford it. And why don't I get in and learn? I said, okay, I'm going to take a blind faith. Okay. I'm going to take a blind faith this time. I'm going to put my money and try it out. Okay. So I put it, I got in the system. Okay. And I spent time. I don't know if anybody's watched your videos like that. I watched every single video of yours at least 2-3 times.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, watch it, pause it again. Okay, just work on it, go do something, come back and watch it. Every lunchtime in my office, whenever I spent time from October to December, you were playing on my laptop and I was having my lunch. So that's how religiously I actually followed whatever you said and whatever the system was about it. So that 3 months, I went into a learning mode. I did not implement anything. Though I was in the setup challenge, I got into the level 2, I was learning everything. I did not implement. The only reason was you always say that your product and your market and your offer should match.
Yes.
That's right. So my product was good and it was ready, but my market was not ready.
Got it.
Because the school starts by June academic
Yes.
year. And if I start offering in October, so I know that I'm not going to get such good leads where I can convert them. So I was waiting patiently and I was spending time on that. And not only that, I spent a lot of time on the goal settings, the stranger secret. So my whole lifestyle actually took it something above it. It's not only about digital marketing. So
Yes.
then I started implementing in the month of January. Okay, so I implemented my own Facebook and everything, and I got in leads back to back. Okay, and I
So now,
designed a
now you had control over your own system rather than giving it to somebody. You knew everything to yourself.
absolutely, Siddharth, because that is that was the biggest priceless moment for me. Because for me, it's not about what we put in, and all those things is a part. Okay, money always comes and goes, but the learning and education what I got from this, being an educationist, I'm telling you, it takes huge lot of years to get this kind of a knowledge. In case if somebody is an MBA student or anyone, for them to understand this, they have to spend at least some 4 or 5 years. Okay. So we know the structure of curriculum, how it happens in
Yes.
education system. So you're condensing that and you're just giving in like 60 days and all, which was like, but you have to spend time. Okay. You
Yeah.
have to dedicatedly do it. So that was the biggest plus point. I already designed my websites, and even now my school website, if you believe, it's is completely designed by me.
Okay.
Okay,
Excellent. Excellent.
yeah, I've completely designed by me. So I've learned whatever you've shown in the website. I've done the entire system, and I'm regularly updating everything. And whenever the COVID-19 thing happened,
Yeah.
since I was empowered to know everything, I launched something called as online admissions.
Okay.
Okay, so people sitting at their home, they can go there and make a payment through payment gateway. Same thing, Instamojo and
Yes.
Razorpay, implement that. Google Sheets, put online, and a lot of people did that from their home.
Excellent.
So that was the learning what I took and I kind of integrated. And then I started getting in the leads. I did a small funnel of mine. It's not so advanced of what exactly is shown. A small thing that whenever I get leads, how a mail should go to them, how SMS, and call them. And the biggest plus point was I shot a ROI video. Okay, this was my biggest plus point. You always say, right, if your work is not going to reduce, that as your business grows, that means you're still an employed person.
Exactly.
So this is what actually touched me. So I think I did about 15, 20 presentations. So whenever I got somebody prospect lead, I used to go online. I used to use the screen flow. And I used to use the screen sharing method,
Yeah.
get on call with them, show them everything and finish. After 15, I was thinking and I was seeing your video, and you told something which actually just stuck me. Okay, you said that my digital courses are my assets or something like that. Okay, then it flashed me that this presentation, why am I doing it for every single
Again
person?
and again and again. Yeah. You just do it once. Yeah.
Yeah, you do it once. Okay, so what I did is I again went, I opened my screen flow, I kept my systems, everything. I followed the same method. I recorded the entire session for 28 minutes. I took them through every single point. Since I've already done 15, 20 presentations of ROI, I knew what were the questions that was coming in when they asked. So I used the same FAQs and answered every single point in that ROI video, and I put it on YouTube and put it as unlisted.
Okay.
So whenever we got a lead, one mail used to go to them. And when we found them at least 30, 40% prospective, we used to send them the ROI video to go through.
Perfect.
And you'll not believe the kind of reviews I've got for that ROI video. And because of that, literally people came forward to sign. They said
Amazing.
that I saw it, my family saw it, my uncle who was actually part of my decision making, I sent the link to him. He saw it, everyone approved, and we're coming here to make the agreement.
Amazing. So after they see the video, then they make a decision to get into the franchise. They take the franchise.
Yes, that's right. That's like a presentation where I tell them what's the investment, what's
Got
your
it.
return, and how does it run for the next 2 years. So after
Excellent.
that, we arrange a personal meeting, and then the things go. By now, my 80% of my work is already done.
Yes. Now you're just
So
feeding into the funnel and you're using the automated systems and qualifying them to go and watch that video. Yeah.
yes, that's what was happening. Then we get into the meeting, and once we get in meeting, so I see the credentials, what's the commitment level and all, because that's what I'm little particular on, because I want the right
Yes.
members inside my system.
Absolutely.
Like you
So,
say
so
that.
just to check with you, after they watch the video, then you have a meeting to qualify them and give them the franchise. Is it like that?
Yes, that's right.
Okay,
So I
got
can
it.
just tell it in simple that once they get a mail, we're going to give them a call. So, and ask their what is their background and all those things. So 3-4 pointers. After that, we decide, okay, this person can go ahead. So we send the ROI video, ask them to watch it for that particular day.
Okay.
Next day, we get on a call with them and say them, okay, that I think we can have a meeting. So we fix up a meeting. They come to the office, and once we are having a word, I actually handle the meetings myself. So I get to know what exactly they are. Once we are confident on them, even if they have money and they want to just come in the system, we will not. Because money is not the main criteria where we want. We want people inside.
Correct.
Who can carry our vision, who can carry our dream. So after getting them, qualifying them, then only we give them all the details of about how they can go about it and close the agreement and do it.
Superb. So you turned on the switch on this campaign in Jan.
Yes,
Started in Jan. So now we are doing this interview in April. So in the last 3 months, how many franchisees have you picked up?
Right now, including all our main branches, I have about 7 franchisees.
7 franchisees.
Yes.
Super. And when you say high ticket, you've done, this is like a high ticket, right?
Yes.
So what is the value of your product, the franchise?
Right now, the franchise rate is about 1.99 lakh.
Okay.
So
1.99.
1.99. So I'm very clear. Whatever the products, so that whatever you say here, it's very, very similar to what I'm doing, because here also I'm giving them the service. So it's about giving them the knowledge, sharing my knowledge, sharing my experience.
Yes.
So I'm packaging that and I'm selling only 1.99 lakh. And the biggest plus point of the whole system, what I've got into is every single student my franchisee makes, I get a royalty out of it.
Royalty. So there's a recurring also that's there.
Recurring, yes.
Like how I have affiliate marketing. In your case, it's good.
Yeah.
So you're basically taken the same model, and instead of selling a digital product, you have sold a high ticket product, and it's a qualification based entry. So, the effort to sell a high and low ticket is the same, but you've decided to, pick that up and take it forward. And like how I do like weekly inner circle webinars, you have your own system of nurturing your tribe there.
Yes, I want to talk about that, because
yes, please.
This was about the sales part. So once it happened, I got in a lot of people. I closed the thing and I closed about 7 franchisees. Now, the biggest challenge was every franchisor in the country is failing because of the service.
Okay.
So you take any franchisor or franchisee, if the services are not good, we being in the service industry, so people want to depend on me only for the ideas and service. Once they stop getting it from me, they will change the board and put their own name.
Yes. They won't be connected.
That's right. Once they make in that 50 admissions, 100 admissions, they will not need me. But this is where this system is like a boon for me. Like it's like a huge thing, because I've set up the weekly calls for every single franchise owners plus the admin coordinators.
Okay.
So every single week, what I do, I get on a call on Thursday itself. It's about my timing is about 2 o'clock. So once they finish lunch, the school is done. 2 to 3 o'clock, 3:30. I get in with them. I share new ideas about what we can implement and how it can be done. There are 2 big benefits out of this. One is they are connected as single vision. So whatever I want to do, every single branch is going and implementing the same thing. And second is they're motivated and they're connected to me.
Yes.
So every single person in the community, in the admin coordinator, everyone are actually looking up and following like a mentor. So whatever decisions the head office is coming up with, I have a 99% yes rate.
Excellent.
So any decisions that we make,
And even you'll be getting feedback from the branches, so you'll also be able to make new decisions to help them grow, right?
Right. Yes. The entire inner circle call is just like the system what you follow. I have my own code of honor. I get into the focus, then I get into the Q&A, then I tell them what are the things that they have to do every single day. So I've given them like how to handle an inquiry. So the 10 pointers. So once a parent comes in, from offering them the water to smiling till your security greets the parent. So I've gotten like into minute things like and told them what exactly has to be done in every single branch. So any parent walking in should feel same in across all the branches.
Fantastic. You're McDonaldizing your business. Yeah,
The,
that's what the franchise is all about.
I am actually ILHizing my system.
ILHizing,
I'm,
yeah.
yeah.
Superb, superb. Great, great to know about this, Karthik. So I wanted to know now with this whole COVID situation, with local stuff, what is your, how are you taking your business now at this stage with everyone locked in at home and stuff? What decisions have you made?
Yes, this is something that exciting I want to share. Just today, while we are doing this interview, that the Prime Minister has announced that this is going to extend for another 19 days.
Yeah.
So this was something that we were waiting that after April 15, that probably we are going to regularize. So since it's not happening, I've thought I'm going to get into the next level of this part, like the tribe building, the community building. I was doing this only for my franchises and the admin coordinators. Right now, today morning, I've sat down, I've made a notes. Okay, I'm going to build a community of parents in a secret private Facebook group.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be a one-way communication, and I'm going to get parents of every single branch across into one Facebook group.
Excellent.
And then every single day, one of the teacher would come and share one activity which they can use at their houses.
Fantastic. So like the hackathon, what I do, you're going to do an action-based thing inside the group. Nice.
Yes, that's right, for the parents. And I'm going to call the teachers who are coming in and sharing their ideas as facilitators.
Excellent, excellent. I mean, this is the way of the future. I think education is moving in this direction. In fact, I was looking at some Google Trends, and online courses is like going through the roof. University education is nosediving. Right. So not many people are going in that direction. But yeah, what do you see as the way, like, since you've been in the education sector and now you're in that early stages of education, where do you see this evolving in the next 1 or 2 years based on the current scenario? And what do you think other educationists need to keep in mind now that you have an idea of both online, offline, and what are your perspectives? Where do you see this going? What's your vision?
That's a great question, Siddharth, because education system is something, there are a lot of speculations. I mean to say the system is right, wrong, it has to be improved. There are a lot of things. But instead of getting into that, we can get into, my vision is to get into it and tweak up something that is going to change a little bit. I cannot definitely go and change the entire system. Maybe I can make a small difference inside my community. Correct. So it can be the White Petals group of schools. So when I get into that, so I see a strong future in online. So if you've observed now, every single education group is coming up and saying that we're going to start online classes for the students.
Yes.
Since the COVID thing has happened, I think this is going to be like the future. So whatever system you actually have come up with, this system, I'm sure that I will probably, with your permission, I'm going to go ahead and use it.
You're supposed to do that. Please do it.
Yeah. Definitely. So I'm going to use it for every single student. Okay. So every single student would get the user thing and all those things. Correct. So even on Teachable, I'm planning to come up with a separate user ID and login for them. So the teachers and the principal would record their courses regularly, the basic stuff. So if I signing up a new student inside the White Petals, then that student would have about 3-day course online. The parent would have a course. So they see that I orient the parent before getting into the schooling system. So what is that they're going to learn in nursery? What is that they're going to learn in LKG, UKG? So I'm going to prepare them mentally before they leave the child inside the school. And that would be a big plus point for us because they start trusting us.
Exactly.
So the trust and the bond builds between us. So this is something that I've been looking. And for the educationists in the country, yes, because I've seen a lot of educationists, especially probably in our circle. And as far as I know, they call me the youngest founder. So coming to a school or education institutions, they say that you're one of the youngest who's in the group. So a lot of them have been into teaching, principal, and then they've come up with their own schools and all. But there are very few people, youngsters, into this space.
Yes.
So my vision and my thought is that why don't I get more people inside this system who can come, make a difference, integrate the offline and online methods, give them knowledge. Got it. So as I told you, the curriculum, what you've designed, would take about 5 years to teach in a regular schooling or education system.
Mm.
So similarly, if we can condense that and be a
Yeah.
little quicker on the students, so
Mm.
it can be the space, it can be about the geography, it can be history. So
Mm.
if we can have some interesting subjects and put them on Teachable in our hub and
Mm.
give access to every single student, every single parent. So
Exactly.
the parent also need not go on Google and try to break their head, which is right, which is wrong,
Mm.
because
Yes.
that's the biggest challenge in Google. So I want to condense that and start doing it. So this is just like the beginning,
I
since I
understand.
can
Yeah.
say.
Just so from what I can see is you are saying that the future is to make more parents into facilitators because they are the ones who are going to actually drive the learning at
Yes.
home. Yeah.
Yeah, because we have to educate them first
Mm.
about what are the facts, because they should not give any wrong information to the children,
Yeah.
because children come up with such questions that parents are not able to answer.
Mm.
In fact, a teacher will not be able to answer that.
Mm.
And in my school, I've told all my teachers that if you find any student in primary or anyone
Mm.
who asks a question which you are not able to answer, i
Mm.
want to I want you to applaud and appreciate that student,
Mm.
and tell them that you don't have the answer. You're going to get back to them in the next class.
Very good. Very nice.
Instead of
Mm.
giving a wrong answer, you have to own that you don't know. So this
Mm.
is the first quality I'm trying to teach my teachers and my team.
Amazing. Amazing. Fantastic. I think this is the way, and I'm so glad that you got into this game. Uh, and I'm sure you're one of the unique, primary franchise owners who's implementing this model here, and you're ready for the
Definitely.
future. I think now you'll be more confident compared to many others who are now sitting and wondering what to do with their space. You know.
Absolutely, absolutely, Sid. Because when I see the educationists want to conduct a online meetup and all in the WhatsApp group,
Mm.
they literally don't even know how to operate Zoom.
Yeah.
They're struggling, and they are principals, they are the founders, they are the chairmen.
Yeah.
They don't even have like 5% of technical knowledge, and
Mm.
I feel so empowered. Literally, I'm setting up systems for them and making them host and asking them to host it.
Absolutely. And this skill, it's a new age skill, like facilitation, not about, I'm sure you agree with me. It's not about giving knowledge, but it is about really creating an experience, so even though some people may have good knowledge, but the way that they present the knowledge, the way that they're able to get people to take action, that's a totally different skill. I'm sure that now the way that you're engaging with your tribes.
Yes,
What are your
I
thoughts on
can't
that? Yeah.
I can't agree more than this, because presentation is the king. Because we might there is a saying there is a saying which says a person who can sell stones. A
Yeah.
person who cannot sell, he can't sell diamonds also.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
though you have your enormous knowledge inside, if you don't make it interesting, just like what you do, like your mind maps, how you actually get into one by one, it puts the thought and understanding inside our brains.
Mm.
Okay, so if you don't have the right PPTs, right presentation, if you don't know technically to use it, I'm sure
Mm.
you're into the training and coaching space. You
Yeah.
know the biggest speakers are also struggling to handle a webinar.
Absolutely, yeah. Handle a webinar, troubleshoot during webinars, all that stuff
Yes.
happens.
So
Handling
it
mind maps,
happens.
switching screens, using Zoom. That's a
Yes.
important skill. Yeah.
That's an
Mm.
important skill, and being principals and biggest founders, so probably they also need to get educated, and I would highly recommend them this system. Okay,
Thank you.
if I'm
Mm.
getting into any people and they ask me that how come you know everything, I say
Mm.
this is my community, please get into that.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
spend time and learn it, then you can learn every skill.
Superb. Thank you so much, Karthik. This was an amazing interview. I think all of you educationists looking at this, I'm sure you got inspired by Karthik's, message. Please go, Karthik. I'm going to paste a link to your website below in the description. You guys can go and check out what he's doing, understand his funnel, and if you want to join hands with Karthik, please do that. And if you want to learn the system that Karthik was talking about, like my Freedom Business Model coaching system, hop into my next webinar. In fact, there's a link below where you can actually go and see my formula, the formula that really works. And if this is going to work for you, jump in and get started. I'm really keen to have you on board in my community as well. So Karthik, before we leave, what are the top 3 things that you took away from being in this community over the last few months that you can come up? And there may be many things, but what are the top 3
Yeah.
things that really benefited you the most?
The top first thing I took from this community was about the funnels and the system technical part overall.
Okay.
So the websites, the funnels, the marketing part
Mm.
regarding the sales. And second was my service. So that's
Okay.
my support system. teachable and nurturing and webinar is my big takeaway from this. And third is I took it not from the community, I took it from you, and that is about having integrity,
Thank you.
giving them more value than what they give us, whether they give us time, whether they give us money. We have to give them every skill we have and not hold on. So though we are mentoring them and we are teaching them, we should not feel that our students probably they might make more than us or anything. So that selfless giving kind of a part, I learned it from you, Sids. I really want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
Because I'm teaching every single of my franchisees the in and out of how they can run a successful school. So, and they are not leaving me only because my intention is so clear. And that's my biggest takeaway from you. And I wholeheartedly thank you for that.
Thank you, Karthik. Very inspiring. All of you, hit the like buttons, comment below what is your great learning from this, whether you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm going to be sharing more and more interviews like this to inspire you on this journey. Karthik, once again, thank you for your time, and may you go and expand the world and change the way people teach and the way people learn. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Siddharth.